today's video we are going to create this electric light text animation with reflection inside Adobe After Effects without using third-party plugins. This is very super simple to create this animation. Without further delay, let's begin. Okay, alright, now we are in After Effects. First of all, I will create a comp. So for this, go to compositions and click new comp. I will call it final animation. Select the frame rate from here 24 seconds, just like this, and select the duration of our comp 21 seconds long, then click OK. So now we have 21 seconds long comp. So first of all, I need a text to create our animation. For this, I will go to the text tool. From here, select the text tool and then click here. You can also increase the size of your text from here, just like this. Type the text whatever you want. I am going to type motion. And go to the line tab. If you are not seeing this line tab, then go to the window. From here, enable line tab. Okay, then click here and then click here. Okay, again go to the character space. From here you can also increase your text size from here, and you can also increase the gap between your text, just like this. Collapse this and again go to the line tab and make it horizontal and make it vertical aligned, just like this. Then simply select your text layer and pre-compose. Okay, I will call it text. Move all attributes and then click OK. To create our mask path, we need a auto trace. So for this, select your text, then go to the layers, and from here select the auto trace. These are settings, and copy these settings and apply it in your own text to create your own mask. Make sure you uncheck this apply to new layers option, then click OK. To see our mask path, click here. Now you can see your mask path. Okay, disable it from here, then go to the effect and video copilot. This is a Saber effects and it's totally free. You can download it. I will give the link in the description below. Now I will customize this Saber effects. For this, I will go to the customize core, and here is the core type. I will select the core type as layer mask that we have just created. And I will also change the preset. For this, I will go to preset. From here, select the arc reactor. So now I will change the glow color. From here, click the glow colors. I will make it orange and click here and type 24 and set the saturation 100, brightness 100, then click OK. Okay, I will also change the flickers intensity from here, and from here I will change the flicker intensity 200 is good. Okay, and also change flicker speed 20 is good. Okay, everything is good. I will make it transparent. Go to the render settings, and here is the composite settings, and change it into transparent. So now it's time to create animation. So for this, bring your CTI at the beginning and then add the mask evolution key from here. Okay, then place your CTI at 20 seconds and change the value from here, like -5 is good. Okay, now let's play and see what we have created. Okay, everything is good. It's looking great. Now place your CTI at the beginning, then add the start size and make it 100. Then place your CTI at the 20 seconds and make it 0. Again, place your CTI at 18 seconds and change the value and make it 100 again, just like this. It's looking very great. Again, place your CTI at the beginning and at the start offset value and make it 100, just like this. Again, place your CTI at the 20 seconds and set the value, maybe 0 is good. And also change the end size value, make it 0, just like this. Okay, so now I will create some more colors of our motion text. So for this, first of all, select this layer and right click and rename it, and I will call it orange. Okay, then press Ctrl D to make a duplicate of this text layer. Then select the text and go to the glow layer, and from here I will select the blue color. So type here 210 is our blue color, and saturation brightness 100. Click OK. Okay, then I will move this little bit forward, just like this. Okay, it's looking very good. And again select this orange color layer, then press Ctrl D. First of all, I will select this orange 2 and right click and rename it as blue. Okay, then again select the last orange 3 and then right click and rename it as red. Okay, then select this red layer, then go to glow color, and from here select the red color just like this and click OK, and move this red color layer little bit forward just like this. Okay, so now we have this kind of animation here, you can see. Now select all of these layers, then click mode and change it into add mode just like this. Okay, now we have successfully created our all of three layers money for our electric lights. So select all of these layers and right click and pre-compose. Now I will call it text animation. So now at this time I will create a reflection of for my text. So first of all I will select this text layer and click P and move it little bit upside just like this. Okay, it's looking very great just like this. Okay, it's perfect. Then select this layer and press Ctrl D to make a duplicate. Then select the bottom layer and right click, then right click and rename it as text animation shadow. Okay, now we have shadow. Then select both of these layers and toggle modes from here and then select 3D. So now we have 3D layers. Select the bottom layers and press R, then type expression value, maybe 180 is good, then press P and make it little bit down just like this. Okay, it's looking great. Okay, now it's time to create our floor. So for this I will go back again to our main project, and from here I will place this floor texture behind this text animation shadow. Simply right click this floor and pre-compose. I will call it floor. Click OK. Double click floor layers, go inside and simply select this floor layers and make it 3D, and then press R and change the X rotation value -90. Okay, then move it little bit down just like this. So now at this time I will increase the size of my floor texture. So for this I will go to the effects and presets. From here select the motion tiles. Simply select your motion tile effects, drag and drop on the floor text, and from here I will increase the output width and put the value around 300 is good, and also increase the height value 300, and also check mirror edges. Okay, it's looking great. Go back to the final animation comp and here you will see little bit difference. There is no completely floor we have. So for this I will go back over here and move it upside just like this, and then go back to our final animation, and here you can see what kind of we have this. Select both of these layers by pressing Ctrl and then press the P and make it little bit down just like this. Okay, then again go to your floors, and from here I will rotate it from here. Bring your cursor at this point. Here you can see X and red value, then left click and drag and make it little bit upside just like this. Go back again to the final animations, and now we have this kind of animation. Simply select first layer and hold down Ctrl and select the second layers and then move it little bit upside just like this. Okay, only select the top layer and make it little bit higher just like this, and again select the bottom layer and make it down just like this. So now it's time to create a reflection for our text. For this I will create an adjustment layer. Simply right click here, then go to new and select the adjustment layer, and again go to the effects, and from here select the compound blur. Simply select your compound blur effect and drag and drop on the adjustment layer and place it between your text animation and text shadow. Then go to the effects, and from here select the blur layer. This is our floor layer, is our blur layers, and make the maximum blur around 250 is good. So now I will create little bit more bumpy effect on this floor. So for this I will go to again effects, and from here select the CC class effects. Select the CC class effects and drop on our adjustment layers, and here go inside the surface and select the bump map as floor and make the softness, make it 0. Okay, now we have bumpy effects, and go to light, and inside light here I will increase the light intensity of our bump and set the value 200 is good. So now I will increase the maximum blur, maybe 200, and make it little bit down, just like this. Maybe 50 is good. So now I will import my particles. So for this, again go back to the project, and here is our golden particle. Simply left click and place it top our text animations, and here you can see our particles. Simply toggle your modes from here by left clicking and click on this mode and select the add mode. Okay, so here you can see its size is very small. So now I will make it larger. So for this, select this layer and then right click and go to time. From here select the time stretch and increase your stretch factor value from it. I will make it around 21 seconds is good. Bring your CTI and select your particles layer and press T to bring our opacity, maybe between 1 and 2 seconds, and add opacity keyframes and make the opacity maybe around 50. Then place your CTI at the beginning and set the opacity value, make it 0. Place your CTI at the end and set the value opacity value 0, and again place your CTI at the 20 seconds and set the value 50. As you can see, there is no contrast on our floor. So for this I will double click on this floor layers. To create a contrast, I will apply the levels effect on this layer. So for this, select your layers and go to the effects, and from here select the level. Select this levels effect and drag and drop our floors, and here is the gamma value. I will change it 0.5. Okay, now we have much contrast. Let's back to our final animations, and here you can see we have much contrast in our floor layers. So okay, now it's time to create our video animation. So for this, place your CTI at the 14 seconds. First of all, I will come over here, then right click and go to new and select the adjustment layer. So now at this time I will create animation for our video. So select adjustment layer, go to effect and search for transform. Simply select your transform effect and drag and drop on your adjustment layers. Make sure your CTI is at 14 seconds. Okay, then add the position keyframe, scale keyframe, and rotation keyframe. Okay, you can also press U to see your keyframes over here, just like this. Again, bring your CTI at the beginning and change your value. First of all, I will change the position value and I will make it little bit lower, just like this, and set the scale value maybe 120 is good, and I will also change the rotation value and make it 45 degree. Okay, so at the 45 degree it will rotate just like this, and it's looking awesome and very great. But how to render this? So for this, it's very easy. First of all, go to file and here is the export. Add to render queue. You can also press Ctrl M to bring our render queue. Okay, just like this. When here is the output module and click output module settings, and from here you can select the format, your video format. H.264 is very good. Other default settings are very good, and you can click OK. And here is the output setting where you want your file. Simply click on your output and select your output directory and click save and click render. First of all, go to file and click save before to render our, and click render. And this is our final result.